Hi, I'm Steve Meskers. I'm your state rep here in Greenwich. And I'm meeting with Joe Kantorski, who's the chairman of the Byram Neighborhood Association. I'm summarizing what we've done so far in our initial meeting we had last week. I was very fortunate to be able to help set up a meeting with the Department of Transportation from up in Hartford and New Haven, our town administrator, Ben Branyan, our Department of Public Works, Amy Siebert, and the Byram Neighborhood Association to begin on that process to look at the underpass here in Byram. For those of us who know the neighborhood well, and I had the good fortune to see some of the neighborhood during my days canvassing and subsequent to getting elected, the underpass is in need of a serious upgrade. There are issues in relation to safety in terms of lighting, reparation or repairs of the sidewalks, and I would argue a mural for some beautification. So without further ado, I'd like to present Joe.
Hi, Steve. Thanks a lot for this opportunity to speak about Byram. We're very excited about what's happening in Byram. We recently, well, it's a year ago now, we've opened up a new pool here. We recently opened up a brand new school, new Lebanon school. And the next logical step in terms of making Byram a more attractive place to live in is the possibility of putting up a mural in the underpass that's coming up from Interstate 95. The underpass, if you're coming north, is the first opportunity you have to enter Greenwich. It's also the gateway to New England. And the meeting we had with the people from the Connecticut Department of Transportation was big help. So that we all here in town know what it is that's expected of us to get the project rolling. Safety is one of our paramount concerns, and we're excited about the fact that the way the underpass is lit is an important part of the project. So the Byram Neighborhood Association strongly supports this. It was a local resident who first brought the idea to the association. Trisha Tazi is her name. So we're making good progress to making this project happen, and Steve, I want to thank you for setting up that meeting.
It was my pleasure. You know, when you walk through Greenwich, you realize we're a combination of neighborhoods, and each of them with their own signature projects and signature development. And what impressed me as I toured Byram, principally walking most of the district during the electoral process a year ago, was the stark improvements we'd engaged in Greenwich. You know, I've sat on the RTM and we've supported the rebuilding of the Hamilton Avenue School in Chickahominy, and then we moved on to the Junior League sponsorship, and kudos to them. I want to thank them for their support for building the Byram Pool or helping to raise the funds there. You know, people can be critical of the state, but the fact of the matter is the state contributed, I think, on the order of $27 million to the rebuilding of the new Lebanon School. So we've now gotten the neighborhood a new school. The grounds are almost finished. We're at the process of getting the turf done on the field in front of the school. And the library's in beautiful shape. That was done a number of years ago. And the connecting point between all of those points of beauty and civic pride is that underpass. And now that we've created a draw at the Byram Pool with the new pools, the traffic, the foot traffic and the vehicular traffic that is going to be connecting the rest of Byram to that park is only going to increase. And I think it's important for both safety and for the sense of community spirit that we make that underpass a place that we're all proud of. So I'm happy to lend my support. Going forward, those of you who see the video and have questions, I would suggest that it's through the Byram Neighborhood Association and potentially through the RTM of District 4.
Right.
Who should be coordinating the efforts from the community side into the town for the permitting process. And that my role, it will, since I have absolutely no artistic ability whatsoever, my role will be as the champion on the permitting side between the municipal government, between town hall and the state. So in that process, I'm hoping that we can coordinate locally a design process that gets through the community into the town and get approval. And once it's off and running in the permit process at the state, you can count on me to champion that. I haven't been prouder and happier to get elected, and I consider it an honor to represent Byram. And I want you to know that I'll be working to improve the community in any way possible. And thanks.
And I just want to say that we're very fortunate in Byram to have you as our rep. We really are, because you're directly involved, you know the people, you show up at the meetings, and it means a lot. It makes the neighborhood association look good, and it encourages people to come forward with new ideas. The thing too about this project is that once we follow the process and learn how to get it done, it will be a harbinger of other improvements in town and the rest of Greenwich, which is a very important thing. So thanks again.
Thank you. And I would second that with Joe. I think what we're doing here between the neighborhood association and the local RTM, I think what we're going to do is help create a template for both public-private partnerships and for any public work projects, so that we make sure that the buy-in from the local community is there. We in Old Greenwich witnessed some of that when we went through the traffic circle, which we in the Rotary over by the Perrott Library. And I think it's important that we coordinate well with the Department of Public Works, and I think getting the elected representation and the civic-minded community groups involved in a focused campaign is the way we're going to make the Greenwich a better place to live. Thanks.